I just turned 27 a couple days ago, and to make my birthday special, I decided to plan a little road trip for myself. I spent a day in LA. I spent most of that day on the beach, Huntington Beach, and the first stop on my road trip from there was Sequoia National Forest. That's where I am right now. I just parked at my campsite, and I think I got the best campsite in this campground. When I checked in with the host, he let me know that I'm the only one who is reserved for tonight, so I have the whole campground to myself. I'm gonna set up my tent down there, and right over here behind these rocks kind of is the Kern River. So it's like 90 degrees. I'm really looking forward to going for a swim. Wow. What an awesome campsite. I'm at the Sandy Flat campground here in Sequoia National Forest. The host told me that a couple days ago, a young boy had drowned, or at least went missing in the river, and they haven't found him, so they're assuming that he drowned. So I'll keep an eye out. The number one cause of death in national parks is drowning, and people aren't always responsible when it comes to water safety with wearing a life vest or knowing if the river's too swift, or diving, cliff diving when the water's too shallow. So you have to be extra careful around the water. Something I like to do when I get to my campsites is explore the area, see what there is around. Usually there's some little trails that'll take you to some cool spots that people found. And as I was exploring, I found a trail, and this trail took me about a mile and a half down the river and to some hot springs, which were super cool. Some of the hot springs were actually a little too hot for me to go in, but there were several of them, and they kind of got cooler the further away from the source that you get. I'm just hanging out here along the river. I set up my tent, and I think I'm gonna just chill here, read my book until the sun goes down, which should be in about an hour, more or less. Good morning from my tent. I had a pretty good night's sleep. It did get pretty chilly last night, as it usually does when you're camping. But it was a little colder than I expected, considering it was in the 90s yesterday. I had a really awesome day and evening. This campsite is amazing. I love being right next to the river. I just made myself some coffee, and I'll probably take it down to the river and just sit there and soak in the last moments of being here at this campground before heading off to my next stop today. Today I'll be driving towards Death Valley. I think I have about a 3-hour drive, and hopefully I'll find a campsite tonight somewhere near Mesquite Sand Dunes. That's the plan. There's this feeling when you're camping, when you wake up in the morning and you hear the sounds of nature. Like this morning I heard the river, I could hear the birds, the frogs, and the wind. And you remember, oh yeah, I'm sleeping outside, I'm camping. I have nothing to do today except be here, be outside. And it's a wonderful feeling.